Welcome back to PTV at PHS. Today is Thursday, November 5th, 2020. I'm PTV's Charity Harter. Topping our show today, election polls closed more than 30 hours ago, but a winner has not been officially declared on who will be the next president in the United States. One thing that is certain, the youth share of voters may have already reached an all-time record for this election and has already surpassed the number of 7 million youth voters that cast their votes in the 2016 election. As you know, the COVID-19 pandemic has shut down most music events around the state and country, and it's the same for high school marching bands events as well. But as PTV's Denice Guillot found out, our PHS marching band found a way to still compete at state this year. She joins us now to explain.
The ISSMA provided opportunities for marching band programs across the state to compete virtually, and the Pride of Plymouth certainly did not disappoint when it comes to the results.
When we started off in July, it was a little bit disappointing because we found out that the Indiana State School Music Association season would be completely canceled. So it was difficult for our kids to come back to school this year knowing that we would not have a competitive season. So what we did was a 4-week season where we performed music by Queen. We called our show We Will Rock You. It was a socially distanced show where we didn't do a lot of moving on the field just so we could stay spaced out. But we did have a great season, and we did participate in 2 virtual marching band competitions. So while it may have been a little bit different this year, we still had a ton of fun and made some great memories.
At both of the virtual competitions, the Pride of Plymouth received a gold rating from all 3 judges and a with distinction award.
The competitions were canceled. We couldn't travel, and like I said, we only got 2 performances, which was really sad. And it was just really sad because I didn't get to hang out with the people that I like to hang out with very much.
Even though we are in a pandemic and the Pride of Plymouth is still getting the opportunity to perform on the field at a few PHS football games and compete virtually, band students say adjusting to the new normal has not been easy.
One of the biggest differences this year between the last couple of years of band has been the way that we can interact with each other. And besides that, the biggest difference was just not realizing that last year was going to be our last year to do everything.
On a positive note, congratulations to the Pride of Plymouth Band for yet another successful season this year. Reporting for PTV News, I'm Denice Guillot.
2020 has brought many new changes, and one here in Plymouth is a positive one. We are talking about the brand new Lincoln Junior High School. After 2 years of construction, doors opened for students and staff at the start of this school year. PTV's Richey shows us around.
The majority of Plymouth High School students came from the old Lincoln Junior High School, which makes this new replacement in our community bittersweet. But the current students and staff could not be more proud to call this building their new school.
Being the first principal at our new Lincoln Junior High School has been exciting. It's been exciting from the beginning when we started designing the school and planning for new students.
So many different things you can do here, unlike at the old school. It's just a great place for 7th and 8th graders at Plymouth.
After battling manufacturing delays and pumping in more than $35 million, this fall marks the first school year in the new Lincoln. By now, most have found their bearings and are thrilled at what is being offered.
Oh, I've adapted pretty well. The first couple of days were kind of hard for me. It's pretty big, so it took me a little while to get used to the classes and where they are now. But now that I've been here a couple of weeks, it's really good.
They adjusted well to the changes that we've had. The gym is awesome, okay? The flex spaces or the collaborative spaces that we have, the ping pong tables that we have that kids get to use throughout the day, they enjoy those.
Principal Galt says several areas throughout the school are popular for students.
My favorite part has to be the gymnasium, because it's just like so much better and there's new floors. I really enjoy it.
Hub spaces in the academic wings. When we're working, sometimes we can go out there and just get comfortable and work out there and with friends and collaborate with one another.
The new Lincoln remains 2 stories and has a similar design that kind of mimics the old Lincoln. Ample space provides plenty of room for new COVID-19 protocols. Overall, Galt says the new building is offering his staff and students the ability to have an exciting school year.
It's really neat. It's a school that we're proud of. We designed it for students, and it's been a great start, and I'm glad students are here.
After nearly a century as a fixture in the Plymouth community, the Lincoln name will continue to remain as a synonymous where learning takes place for many years to come. Reporting in Plymouth for PTV News, I'm Tyler Richey.
This weekend, PHS is hosting its annual Children's Christmas Play. The play is called Santa's Workshop's Got Talent, and it is the performance that is conducted right around this time of year, and is also known as the annual Children's Show. There will be 4 public performances this year: tomorrow at 6:30 p.m., Saturday at 2 p.m. and at 6:30 p.m., and Sunday at 2 p.m. All shows are in the PHS auditorium, and guests are asked to use door number 5. Due to COVID restrictions, tickets will not be sold. Instead, there will be a Goodwill donation at the door. Guests are asked to contribute anywhere from $2 to $4 per person or $10 per family to help offset the cost of the show. Auditorium doors will open for the families of the cast and crew 30 minutes before each show, and for the general public 20 minutes before each show. Only 225 people will be allowed in each show to maintain social distancing. Masks will be required for all in attendance. It's a holiday tradition that has been going on for decades, but not this year. Plymouth's annual holiday parade and Christmas tree lighting has been canceled. This event is usually held the last weekend of November, but the mayor's office canceled it due to concerns of the spread of COVID-19. This event every year attracts a lot of people to downtown shopping districts and truly marks the beginning of the holiday season. Mayor Mark Center stated in a press release that he believes it is necessary to protect the citizens of Plymouth to cancel this year's holiday festivities. Some students may want to be a social worker and help those in need in a community. PTV's Dayton Myers discovered a PHS program that allows high school students to travel to other schools and help students who need it. He joins us now to elaborate.
As you may know, social workers help people solve and cope with problems in their everyday lives. Here at Plymouth High School, a relatively new program is teaching students essential skills that are vital for the profession.
The reason that we wanted to bring that was that we have a lot of students that when they talk about their career pathway, they tell us they want to go into social services of some sort.
Amy Porteous, the Director of Guidance, said that's why they started a Human and Social Services program last year at PHS.
Students in the class were trained by Bowen Center, but then they have an opportunity to do some service within a lot of community resources that we have here in Plymouth and Marshall counties.
With COVID-19 present, students in the program had to do some improvising this year.
Things look just a little bit different this year because our students are not yet allowed back into those places. Fortunately, however, this year they have been invited in to come help in our elementary schools.
As the high school students help elementary students learn, the high school students are also learning for their potential future career as a social worker or related field.
As far as what our kids are learning, then they're seeing what it's like to be in a social service environment and in a social service career pathway.
This program does not offer dual credit, but it does offer a lot for students who are wanting to learn more about working in a human and social service field. If you want to find out more about this program, contact your counselor ASAP. Reporting for PTV News, I'm Dayton Myers.
After this quick break to watch PSA by the marketing students to help promote the governor and the state of Indiana's Mask Up Hoosier campaign, it will be time for PTV Sports.
I wear a mask for my community.
I wear a mask because it's the least I can do.
I wear a mask for my son.
I wear a mask to protect others.
I mask up for my students.
For my teachers to teach.
I wear my mask for my husband.
I wear a mask because I'm masked too.
I wear a mask to stop the spread of COVID-19.
I wear a mask to protect me.
To protect you.
I wear a mask for my community.
For those at risk.
For those who can't.
I wear my mask to make a difference.
Good morning, PHS. I'm PTV's Caleb Deacon. Let's get straight into our show. The Plymouth Rockies season sadly came to an end during the semifinals against CMA. The Rockies were ready for their game and were ready to battle all night long. Quarterback number 7, senior Jake Reichard, was the only offensive weapon that had any success Friday night. Reichard ran for 276 yards, scoring 2 touchdowns, ending his senior year. The Rockies all night were fighting to stay alive to move on to the championship round during sectionals, but sadly fell short to the score 24-14. The Lady Rockies finished second in the NLC with a 4-1-2 record. The number chosen from each school depends on where the team finishes in the conference during the season, making this year's Northern Lakes Athletics Conference all-conference team our juniors Julia Kinney, Amber Schreimeyer, and Aubrey Vervink, and senior Lindsay Janis. Congratulations PHS ladies on an outstanding fall soccer season. And PHS senior Olivia Horvath was the lone girls golf member chosen for the NLC All-Conference team. The PHS golf finished the round-robin portion of their schedule with a 4-3 record. They also finished in the NLC 4th. All-Indiana All-Star is back here at PHS after scoring 1,219 points for PHS, except he is no longer on the basketball court. He's actually in the math department. I got an exclusive interview to see how he's doing.
I'm currently teaching geometry and integrated 2 math as well as algebra 2.
Mr. Mercer scored 1,219 points here at PHS, but he doesn't care about that as he cares more about winning games.
Yeah, so I went to Belmont University, which is in Nashville, Tennessee. I played there for 5 years. It definitely helped me just due to the fact that it got me out of Plymouth and I got to see the world and travel around the country playing basketball.
Mr. Mercer went to Belmont University where he played college basketball.
I don't know what my averages were in high school. I scored like 1,200 points over the 4 years that I played varsity. I can tell you I won 100 and some games in college. That's more what matters to me is how I played the game and how many games I won. Never really been one for individual stats. That doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, if you're part of a terrible team, then it doesn't really do you much good if you're scoring a bunch of points, because at the end of the day, it comes down to whether or not you won the game.
So you're also a teacher here. PHS, I'm Caleb Deacon. Thanks for watching PHS.
Thanks, Caleb. I'm PTV's Charity Harter. Thanks for watching this week's edition of PTV at PHS. Have a great day.